All right, guys, so let's get into it. Coach Prime of Jackson State has officially been named the Colorado Buffaloes head coach. What does this mean? There are so many things this could mean. But let me first tell you, Jackson State, let's talk about what they did this year before we get into it. What did they do in 2022? Well, coming into it, everyone was like, all right, Deion Sanders' prime time is going to turn things into a revolutionary season. And that's exactly what they did. With the number one pick, of course, committing to Jackson State, being just a force to be reckoned with, we see right off the bat, they go 12-0 in their first season. Let's just review these wins real quick. Florida A&M, demolished, 59-3. 16-3 against Tennessee State, 66-24 against Grambling State. In your first three games, you're putting up over 100 points amongst the three. Then you go 49-7 to NB State. Alabama State, 26-12. 48-8 Bethune-Cookman. Campbell, 22-14. A shutout against Southern. And then you'll see Southern again down the road. But Texas Southern, 41-14. Alabama A&M, 27-13. Alcorn, 24-13. And then today, December 3rd, 43-24. Wow. And by the way, they will be playing the Cricket Celebration Bowl in Atlanta this coming in 2 weeks. So, 12-0 season, Jackson State. What do you got to do? So, everyone thought that primetime would either be an HBCU coach for a good amount of time, or something was going to translate into something more, proceeding in the future. So what we see here now, he's going to the Colorado Buffaloes. Let's look at what Colorado did this year. Not too good. 1-11. They start off getting blown out by TCU, then getting blown out by Air Force, then getting blown out by Minnesota, then getting blown out by UCLA, then getting blown out by Arizona. California loses in overtime. This was so bad for California. California easily should have won this game at home. Or not at home, but at home for the Buffaloes. They beat California 2013. Great win. But at this point, they were 1-5 at that point. Didn't stop there. Oregon State put them down. They actually had a fight against Arizona State. Oregon blew them out, USC blew them out, Washington blew them out, and then Utah dropped 63. But Utah, of course, is the Pac-12 champions. So now Deion Sanders moving from the SWAC conference to the Pac-12, a Power 5 conference, which means, now, do not quote me on this. This will not happen. This will not happen. But he could win the Natty next year. It's not going to happen, but he could. There's a percentage chance. Not a good percentage chance, but he could. So what we see here now is we see a lot of opportunity for the Colorado team. Colorado has been pretty much ineligible being in a bowl game for the good part of the last decade. You don't hear a lot of Coloradoans. Like, Colorado State has been better than this Colorado team. Now, as an Alabama fan in my past, the last time I remember playing against Colorado was in 2007, Nick Saban's first year, and we won 30-24 to Colorado. Since then, you don't really hear a lot about Colorado in terms of NFL fandom or whatnot. So here's the thing. Now you got Prime coming in, and now you have the opportunity to have a great recruiting session this next offseason. They don't need much. What they need is they need skill players to begin with. People that can beat the edge, maybe a flex that can play special teams and slot, maybe a really good quarterback that has a decision-making process. And if you look at their team, they have a lot of young players, freshmen. There's so much opportunity up in the air. So we're going to make a couple picks and a couple ideas of what's going to happen next year. Let's go ahead and let's type in Colorado football season 2023. Let's go together. Let's get it, guys. So FBS schedule next year, this is what you got. We're not going to turn that off. TCU is your opener at TCU. We're going to pick these games right here live for you guys. And this is going to be 100% on the thought process of two things. One, they're going to recruit okay. Not well, not great, but okay. Because you're going to probably win you're probably going to win the state of Colorado versus any other team. you're going to actually influence people all over the country to come play for you because of your ability to progress players and your skill set and your veteran status as an NFL great. So, with all that being said, let's count what happens. They start off 0-1. TCU have, they have way too much coming back. TCU 0-1. 1-1 against Nebraska. Now you have UCF, not UCF, but you have Nebraska, who just picked up Matt Rule from Carolina. And, they're going to try to turn things around. But I believe you are going to shock the world. And it would be a shocking the world type pick to pick them. So they go 1-1. Now you're going to be 2-1 because you're going to finally beat up on little brother Colorado State. Then you go 2-2. And then you go 2-3. Then you go 2-4. Then I think you beat Stanford at 3-4. Then you go 3-5. Then you go 3-6. Then at UCLA, you go 3-7. You go 3-8. You go 3-9. Now, 3-9. The wins will be Colorado State, Nebraska, and Stanford. That's my pick. Now, this could be totally different. They could go 0-12 for all we know. But 1-11 to 3-9 isn't a great improvement, but it's something to start with. You're going to have to get a lot of players in the door. So don't let this be an overreaction to a lot of what the media is coming. Oh, Colorado's going to be no, they're not going to be a contender. They're not. So that's all I got to say about this, guys. What do you think? Do you think this team is going to be a caliber team in the next 2 to 3 years? Definitely not in 1 year. What do you guys think below? Let us know in the comments. As always, wreak havoc. Peace out.